I have many clients, both in the therapy and the game dev business, who seem to have problems with communicating. The thing is, it can be encouraged. For example, if you see a afraid kid just cheating at the computer, you can try to be very friendly, very kind, encourage communication and introduce yourself and introduce communication in the room so they can communicate more freely. So it's not like a dead end problem if there is someone who lacks communication skills for whatever reason. It's always solvable by the boss, by the person who is responsible for that area, for that room or that real estate or that workplace. So it seems to clearly be the main problem for these people. They tend to say that the problem is something else, but for me, as I have worked with them both therapy clients and game dev business clients, it always turns out that the problem is lack of communication skills. They're pointing to different objects to get attention, and this is their way of communication, like how they currently are able to communicate. I don't know why. I don't know why they have the problem or what's the reason. I don't know that, but I have found out that the problem is lack of communication skills, and they're very happy if they get the communication. But they say something else. They say that this object is the problem, or sometimes even worse, that person is the problem. But actually, the real problem is the communication skills are missing, right? So many times I find that instead of it's never the problem, that object or that person. It's always the communication skills is always the problem, lack of it. So I'm not expert in this. I run my game dev business for 2 years, and I have only worked with kids. So it is grown-ups from therapy or who I gave my games are coming, and they're like clearly not communicating or trying to communicate, but very poorly. I often don't have the solution for that, because I only work with kids. We roll around and we just have fun and talk trash to each other like sports people, but we never teach grown-ups how to do that. Yeah. So I was my girlfriend brought me to this course where it's like, now you have grown up your children, now it's time for the next phase, learn how to communicate to grown-ups, how to help different difficult grown-ups. And there they say it like, if there's a patient like this, always listen first, listen for a very long time. You don't know what's the matter. So they only gave one advice, basically, to listen to that person, because we don't know what's wrong, we don't know what it is, and this person who is angry isn't capable of receiving advice, actually. So they told me to just listen in those cases. Yeah. So if any of you know more about this, how to help grown-ups who have communication problems, please let me know, because there are many of them here.